Well, the Honda Civic came back, I would say prematurely, but just to give you an update, the lady was driving it for a while, no issues, but because we already know we need to replace the compressor because it's locked up, and well, she went out to start it up and it's not doing anything. So I'm gonna let you hear it. It's draining the battery significantly, so the battery's smoking and it just makes like a tap noise as if the engine's locked up. And when we look down at the compressor, we can see the belt looks like it's heated up. It's got some discoloration. It's not black. And further down at the compressor, you know, it's really discolored. You can see indication of belt, I would say bearing fragments or clutch fragments, debris all on the side, like that dust looking substance. So I'm thinking that the compressor is going to be locked up internally, and that's what's preventing this vehicle from starting. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you what it sounds like, and then we'll just take the belt off and then try to rotate it and see if it has any success in starting up on its own. Seem like the starter's starting to fail now, and I wonder if that had anything to do with the starter. I'm sorry, I can't get that right. I wonder if that had anything to do with the engine inability to rotate and stressing out the starter. So that was the first time it did that. The plunger didn't push the starter out to engage the flywheel. So let's pull the belt off, see what happened, if it makes any notable change. Let me get what looked like probably a 14 or like a 19 in the back here. Try this 14 first. I just find it hard to believe that this little belt keep it from starting. I'm gonna rotate the starter down here and see if it spins. Nope, it don't spin. It is definitely locked up. Oh shoot! What's fell on my head there? Get this belt off of here. So, got the belt off. Yeah, you can tell it doesn't look. It looks good. Still could use it, but I'm gonna replace it. But I gotta put a new compressor on it. But that powder, it's definitely bearing material. Call it seize up. So let's see if it'll start up now with the belt removed. In fact, it does. So that was the problem. That's crazy. So I found it very strange that when I originally diagnosed it, I was like, well, there's two problems, the compressor and the climate control unit. I wasn't wrong. I mean, got the climate control unit resolved, and diagnosed the compressor. And that's obviously bad. So We're just gonna wait on the compressor. When it come in, I'll just tag this with the video because it's gonna be a few days. I got another car I gotta work on, but compressor locked up. It's definitely shot. I can't even get down there and show you. It's just so tight. But she gone. Simply just need to get a new compressor. When it come in, we'll get it right. And this long, ongoing saga with fixing this AC is going to be fixed. All right, it's the next day. The compressor actually came yesterday for the lady's car, and I can't remember like the day that I made the video. I'll look back at it, but it's been a few days. So the compressor's here. I have the compressor out. It's got plenty of space. I did have to remove the intake. Now, for complexity purposes and safety, I'm just not gonna I know I'm gonna contradict myself really quick. I'm not gonna go over this is not gonna be a replacement, but I will exercise some of the safety precautions because this is hybrid and this is a lot of voltage going through those lines down there, those orange lines, that cable. So when you do remove, if you decide to take this on and you have to replace this, you have to pull the seats out. And when you get the seats out, you will have to basically flip a switch and turn off the power supply going to those cables. So let me show you. So you need to pull the lower cushion out first. There's a 10 millimeter down between the seat belt buckles. So you'll want a passenger side rear. You'll separate the cushion, get to that 10 millimeter, pull that out, push down on the seat. When you push down on the seat, you'll be able to pull this back simultaneously. That's what you'll want to do to release the lock and lift the seat up. Same for the other side over there. Once you get the lower seat cushion out, you have the side pillows on this here. There's a bolt down there. You'll lift that, pull that out, lift up on the cushion and extract that. Same for the other side. Take the bolt out, lift up on the cushion, pull it out, and then you should be able to pull the entire seat out. So you lift up on the seat and out. You'll expose the switch cover. It's right here. Two 10 millimeter bolts. And you flip this from on to off. See, I'm at the off right here. So that's where I am. So that's what, before you start working on that, that's the main thing you want to do. As for the compressor came from eBay, and this costs like $900. A lot of them were $2,000. She paid $900 for this one. Allegedly, this is remanufactured, and I'm gonna tell you how it's not remanufactured because the sticker's printed, which is fine, but the paint quality is questionable. Let me see if I can get this light off. Paint quality is sucky, and the wiring, the clutch, the main thing is the clutch here. At least, you know, the clutch should have been new. The wires are old. These are original wires here. You can tell the harness is torn up a little bit. See the rust spots behind the clutch there where they covered it up with paint. So likely what happened, this was a used compressor and they just painted it. One other thing, UV dye. You know, there's UV dye in there. Why would they put UV dye but not oil? Because the compressor came with the thing of oil. So we have oil and UV dye in there. More than likely this compressor was not rebuilt. It's just a used old compressor and they upcharge because it looks pretty. Unfortunately, we're in a situation where I couldn't find anything used from my normal part supplier. Excuse me. And being that we couldn't find anything used, we had to go with the best alternative. And hopefully this is legitimately remanufactured, which is not. I know it's not. But the main thing is it's not locked up. It rotates. I did test the thermo switch. It is shorted. so we're going to have good signal. It should work. I'm not doubting that it won't work. I'm just doubting that it's actually remanufactured. And here's the other compressor that's locked up. I can't turn it. Clutch and everything. It's gone. You can see the discoloration there. It's shot. Wouldn't be a bad idea to pull it apart, just take a look inside of it. But yeah, she gone. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know about the oil that I got for this as far as putting it in there, but I'm gonna add some. I could just simply I do have other oil. I just don't. I don't know if the oil they gave me was a good viscosity or not. I'd rather put something thinner in there than thicker. Let me see. So without showing you too much information, this is where we got it from. And they are a business, so I mean I can show them. But I just, it was $903 total. So that's who we bought it from. It was off eBay. This is the oil. It's quite a bit of oil. I'm not going to put this whole thing in there. This shouldn't require that much oil. I'm just going to put what's recommended. I don't even know if it shows the weight in here. There's 7 ounces. I'm probably overlooking it. I don't know what's so different about hybrid compressors versus a regular reciprocating compressor. They all use the same oil. I don't know the weight. I'm just gonna get my own oil from the store that comes with the Freon, and well, I do have oil actually over there. So let me see. So I got low viscosity oil here, so I'll be fine using this. I'm not gonna break my neck over it. I'll install this oil, fill this up. I think I got about 3 ounces left in here, so I'll put this in there, plug it back up, and get this compressor installed. I just never had luck using thick viscosity, medium viscosity. I think we should be good. Uh-oh. Yeah, I got oil in there, and the cheap paint they put on there is starting to come off. And yeah, look at that. Let me get some gloves on. Get some of the oil spilled, and gosh darn it. Yeah, you got paint all up on here now. Yeah, hitting stuff. Intake manifolds back on, throttle body, intake air hose, and a piece of my glove. And we got mass airflow connected, map sensor, so we're good. I wound up reusing the old belt simply because it didn't have any cracks in it. It wasn't stretched out, and it wasn't all yiggly-figgly when you take the belt off and it binds up like a bunch of oil got on it. So it kept its shape, and I do believe we're in good shape. So if I have to replace the water pump in the future, which I'm pretty sure I will, I'll just replace the belt then. It's kind of no point now when, you know, it don't look as bad as it could, and it's going to work. So with that said, I got some vacuum pulled on the system, been holding for about 5 minutes, and while that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and flip on the switch for the hybrid so I can take it out of the service mode and fill it up with Freon, see if this AC works. So here's the button. Oh gosh. Oh, I gotta push that down first. Yeah, okay, push the red button down and flip it over. So we're active now. I'm gonna get the seats back in. Uh-oh, if it'll focus, get the seats back in and get all the stuff that was in the seats back on the seats. And we should have some cold AC. So after 20 minutes, I had to get the seats and stuff back in. The vacuum is still being held. Hopefully it don't leak out. So I'm just gonna use the old method, that you get from the store to add the Freon back in there. Just with the old gauge. I got 2 cans here. I'm gonna see how much it holds. Let's see here. I can pretty much gauge by the weight. So it's 15 ounces. So this is 12 here. So this and then 3 more ounces will fill this system up. Let's start it up. Make sure I ain't break nothing. See how it runs. Then we'll add the Freon, allow the compressor to engage, and see if the low side suction lines start getting cold or not. See if the clutch engage. And idled up. I put the compressor in. I want to make sure. Yeah, I got the compressor plugged in. Oh gosh. Hopefully nothing wrong with this compressor. Darn it. Hold on a second. I got the AC on. Yeah, it idles up. That's interesting. Let me see if there's any codes in the system. I know there's several lights on because I disconnected the belt, but I wonder if that had anything to do with probably why the AC is not engaging. So I did a full scan and there was no codes in the module for the air conditioning, the body control module. So I'm just gonna clear everything out, see if it makes a change. Oh, okay. Because I'm just hoping that this compressor works, because I'm not sure why it's a bust. Nothing. Let's see if there's anything in the HVAC. No codes. So everything is satisfied. Compressor's not coming on. I can't control the compressor through this. The climate control unit is just satisfied. Let me see what the live data was, because I can't remember. Yeah, thermal pressure switch works. Yeah, it's reflecting. Before it wasn't. Man, is this compressor broken. Remanufactured. So I hear the relay, I just don't hear no clutch engaging. Dang it, man. Give me a second. So I'm gonna hope that because the compressor got locked up, maybe it blew the fuse. So that's what I'm hoping. So I'm gonna search around for the fuse for the AC compressor, and we should be in shape, good shape. That's what I'm assuming, because logically, if it locked up, put an abnormal load on it, blew the fuse, compressor should work. Let me see if I can find that, because I gotta pull the wiring diagram or go through the owner's manual or something. So I cannot. Oh, there we go. Should be MG clutch. So it's going to be MG clutch here, number 7.5 here. That's number 25. Fuse number 25. Where's it at? Right there. There we go. So I got my test light here, if I can get my one arm. So there's no power on the other side here, so our fuse is blown. Thank goodness. So I'm gonna pop another 7.5 in here, and we should be good. There's one right there, actually. Yep. She gonna. It's very reassuring. I just, man, I had a moment, but I was like, golly, come on, this can't be that bad. This person sell us a bad part. Let's see if it comes on. If I can get it in there. There we go. There we go. The compressor's working. All right, give me a second. Let me get this Freon administered, and we're gonna check. I think I should be able to go to the ambient air temperature sensor inside the at the evaporator. That PID data should be available on in the engine control module, if I recall properly. Yep, our fans are coming on now. So our pressure is rising on the high side. So we're in good shape. Give me 2 minutes. All right, been about 20 minutes, been letting the AC do its thing. And do got to check a couple things as far as the tire pressure light and the A13 service. I'm not sure what that is. I got figured it out. I can't remember if it's oil change or not, don't remember. But I digress. The AC is working. We're in an engine control module. There's our PID data for the evap temp sensor. It's listed under AC temperature sensor, which is the evap temp sensor. 42 degrees. Outside is about 80 something. Inside the garage is it says 83 degrees in here. We're in good shape. This car is finally fixed. Diagnosed the climate control unit, diagnosed the AC compressor, and unfortunately kind of threw myself for a loop for a little bit. Compressor wound up being bad once we got this climate control unit properly fixed. I'll tag these videos in here just in case somebody decide to go through and watch all of them. They'll all be tagged together in the description. I'm ready to get this car over so I can get paid, but if anything happened, I'll definitely update. Hopefully this eBay compressor works. I hate that I kind of started to question it because of what happened, but I went back to my basics, like, all right, logically the compressor locked up, put a load on the system, damaged the fuse, check the fuse was blown, everything worked. So I'm glad that compressor worked. I still question the fact that it's actually remanufactured. It's working. That's all I care about right now. And she saved about $1,300. So we'll see what happens. I wish we would have got a new one though, but that's life. It don't work that way. We're not in a vacuum. If anything happened, I'll definitely update. Hit that link, subscribe to the channel, stay informed, had to research some more work. See you next one.